Let's talk about Rooster Fighter for a second. So this manga has been gathering some buzz in the manga community for the sheer mimetic potential of what it is. Rooster Fighter is a seinen manga in the vein of popular shonen action series like One Punch Man or Fist of the North Star, where the protagonist is a jacked, brooding, overpowered badass on a quest for revenge against impossibly stacked odds. But instead of it being your typical humanoid action hero, our protagonist here is a literal rooster. Now don't get me wrong, a large part of this project's appeal is going to be the absolute ridiculousness and chaos that come from the star of the show being a rooster. But what makes Rooster Fighter so special is mangaka Shu Sakuratani's clever writing and sincerely jaw-dropping artwork that one would never expect from what on the surface would appear to be to many as a gimmicky gag manga. The moment I knew I was dealing with something special was when Sakuratani-san introduces us to the main character Keiji, with a panel of him smashing the daylights out of a female hen he came across during his travels. It was so over the top and unexpected, I literally gasped and immediately began cracking up after turning the page. The thing that is most endearing about Keiji as a character is how self-serious he is. While the viewer may have a difficult time taking him seriously because he's a rooster, Keiji in his own thoughts and actions is as serious as they come. We learn early on about Keiji's tragic backstory involving him being on a quest for revenge following the death of his sister at the hands of a demon bearing a special mark on his neck. Ever since this incident, Keiji has spent his life on the road, going from town to town, city to city, dispatching demons in the hopes of coming across that monstrosity that took his sister's life and wiping it from existence. Keiji is an enigmatic figure. All we know for sure is that he has three loves: ladies, food, and exterminating demons. He is a rooster of few words and prefers to let his actions speak for him rather than explaining himself and his intentions to others. Some are gonna think I'm memeing when I say this, but I mean it with all sincerity when I say that Keiji is cooler than about 90% of shonen protagonists I've run into in recent fiction. And the moment that cemented this for me was when, after dispatching a demon in the city with his signature cock-a-doodle-doo attack, the demonic remains left an old man's yard whom had been kind to Keiji completely in shambles. But rather than walk away from the wreckage and pat himself on the back for a job well done like most MCs do, Keiji actually got out some trash bags and cleaned up the old dude's yard before continuing his journey. Come on, man, how are you not gonna love a guy like that? Sakuratani-san's choice to characterize Keiji with such a strong sense of dignity and strength was an absolutely brilliant choice. It adds a distinct charm to Keiji that would not be present if he was showcased differently, and as a result of his portrayal, the scenarios Keiji finds himself in are lent a weight and purposefulness that is just so unexpected when looking at this manga on the surface that it coalesces into this confusing cacophony of ridiculousness that can't help but make the reader smile and want to progress the story. Also of note is Sakuratani's art in Rooster Fighter. The man's artistic prowess is on full display here and I absolutely love it. Sakuratani has a knack for dynamic posing and operating within the rule of cool. The way he draws Keiji specifically is so bold and done with an excruciating amount of detail and reverence for the character. There are panels where looking at this bird made me want to put down the book and go do some push-ups. Keiji has a body that's chiseled by the gods themselves, with a pair of vascular thighs and a massive chest that would put Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson to shame. Sakuratani is so well versed in capturing choreography as well, with tight action scenes creating easy to follow battles that are clearly decipherable from panel to panel. If it wasn't clear already, I love Rooster Fighter. Don't let people's memeing on it fool you. It has so much more to offer than haha silly rooster go burp. It has immaculate art, witty writing, and an endearing main character wrapped up in a solid 180-page package that doesn't overstay its welcome. So grab your birdseed, go become a real cock of the walk by reading Shu Sakuratani's Rooster Fighter. You won't be disappointed.